Defiance recently launched their answer for YieldMax's MSTY, MST. Is it worth buying? This video is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation. Please do your own due diligence before investing into anything. Now, for those who've been watching this channel for a while, you're probably wondering why I'm bothering to even cover a Defiance ETF. The reputation from back when we used to cover them wasn't all that great, and so for a long time I just stopped covering them entirely. But I looked at the prospectus for this ETF and thought maybe it was time to reconsider. This ETF, MST, launched on May 1st of this year. It pays weekly dividends, and it is their answer to MSTY. Now, right off the bat, they already have one strike against them considering their expense ratio, even after the fee waiver, is 1.31%. That's still a bit more than the 0.99% that YieldMax charges. Now, the waiver that brought it down to 1.31% is quoted from the prospectus to be in effect until at least August 31st of next year, 2026, at which time it goes up as high as 1.42%. And while that is a lot, it may be worth it if it makes enough money. Now, Defiance doesn't actually call this a covered call ETF. They say it's leveraged long plus income generation. But let's get into what that actually means. When you put your cash into this ETF, Defiance takes that cash and they do leveraged long exposure by the use of either derivatives or swap agreements. Then for their income generation, which pays for their dividends and their fees, they do credit call spreads. Now, because they use credit call spreads, they have a chance of having less of a cap on their upside, but there's still going to be an uncapped downside. Looking at their holdings, it is a little bit different than a YieldMax ETF. We don't see any puts here. We do see direct treasury notes, treasury bond holdings, and we also see the Microstrategy swap agreement at the very top. But I did also notice it's kind of a small thing, but they don't just go FGXXX for parking money until they settle a transaction. They're also using DGCXX. Of course, both of those are just mutual funds that hold cash and governments, which is another way of saying treasury notes and cash. It is a bit early to judge performance for this ETF. They've only been out for a month and a half. However, in that month and a half, they have paid out $1.15 in weekly dividends, and they've also got about a 6.31% dividend yield after only a month and a half. And their total returns in that time are negative 9.24%. Price returns are negative 14.43%. Now, if we compare that to MicroStrategy itself since MST's inception, if you'd instead bought MicroStrategy shares directly, you would have a total return that is positive 0.33%. But now for the most important question, is it actually better than MSTY? MSTY, when pulled from that exact same time frame, MSTY has a positive 2.14% total return, which ironically beats the actual shares of MicroStrategy itself. That's a bit of an odd one. Didn't think I'd see that one coming. But MSTY currently is better than MST, and it's even better than MSTR, which is a trip. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Is MST a buy? Is MSTY now a buy because it's actually doing better on paper? If you like this video, you might also enjoy this one here on the screen. Subscribe to join the Cash Flow Club and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video.